Good day to you and welcome. Thanks for being here. This presentation is proudly endorsed by the Sweet Meteor of Death, a Twitter account that ran for president last year and lost. Let's get started. Attackers coming to steal our information don't normally attack in this fashion, because if they did, we would see them. It would be obvious. We'd put up our defenses and we'd fight hard to fend them off. No, instead they come knocking quietly, pretending to be a friend, sometimes begging for you to check out a new cool website or open a document with some curious pictures in it. But more often they prey on fear. There's a problem with your tax return. You need to review the attachment and enable editing to learn more, or your account will be disabled if you don't verify it as soon as possible. And so often we simply hand them the keys to our computers, to our networks, to our personal information, and to our lives. Here's a great story from our friends at Cisco.
How did you decide to become a hacker?
Well, I'm not really sure what it means to become a hacker. That's like some guy in a hoodie who types really fast and stays up all night writing code and cracking passwords. It's not me. I just spy on people and see what makes them click. It's not a bad job.
Mark Hanning, CEO of Qualicart, set to report earnings after their blockbuster IPO.
So you consider this a job?
I put a lot of work into this. I'm not lazy. It takes research to figure out the key players, learn all about them, their families, their friends, what they care about. You have to understand the company's organization. I get a lot of my information from the sales department because they're always so quick and eager. They're hungry. People trust too easily. They don't look at the details. I do. Details matter. That's what I'm good at. It has to look completely believable. It has to look familiar. This is where research is important. It's not some generic piece of spam. It's an email from their boss with their company's signature. It's written in the voice of the boss. It's what he would say if he were writing this.
What about the malware itself? How does that work?
Somebody else out there already wrote all the code that does the actual attack. I'm just using it in the attachment. My skill is in my ability to get a bunch of people to click on that attachment. I always wonder what it's like when the whole thing unfolds on their end, when the panic sets in.
Please leave your message after the beep.
Hey, this is Rajiv in finance. Call me as soon as you get this. Something's up with my laptop. I can't.
Katie, are you on your way into the office? Something's going on with our file servers.
It's Karen in HR. Our benefits dashboard seems really slow. We're getting calls from users on it. Can you call when you get this? Joining conference now.
Apparently, there's a malware attack targeting our main...
It's ransomware. They're holding us hostage.
We're locked out of everything. I can't even check my phone. What about the backup?
That will take days.
We need this fixed now. Just pay it. We don't have a choice. We're reporting earnings in 2 hours.
But how do we know that
Just
they'll...
pay it. Put every single person on getting us back up and running. That's the only priority now.
Okay, it's done.
I have the decrypt key. Mark, we have a big problem. The ransomware was just to distract us. They got inside. They got everything. Customer data, financials, everything.
Qualicart is reeling today from the news that hackers have released the personal information of nearly
The
2
Nasdaq
million
closed
customers.
lower today, led by Qualicart, which was down 14% on news that the recent data breach may be far worse than the company
Its stock
originally
fell to a
acknowledged.
new all-time low on news that CEO Mark Hanning is stepping down after what is turning out to be one of the worst breaches of personal information in recent history.
Do you feel bad about releasing the personal information? All the financials? All the money that was lost?
All I did was get the files. I'm not the one that decided to release them. I'm not the one that shorted the stock. Somebody else had their reasons for that. It's above my pay grade. I was paid to do a job, and I did it well. And that's what's expected of anyone, isn't it? Anyway, markets bounce back.
A common targeted phishing attack involves impersonating a high-level executive and asking for valuable information such as employee W-2s. Spoofed emails coming from a CEO or a CFO that request copies of employee information, requesting individual PDFs of W-2s, full details of employees, including social security number, and so forth. If you were to receive a request like this, how comfortable would you be in questioning the request? According to noted cybercrime reporter Brian Krebs, the FBI states that $2.3 billion were lost to CEO email scams in 2015. As a matter of fact, we were hit. A high-level government executive's email account was spoofed, and this request was sent to all of his employees. Of course, the names have been changed to protect the guilty in this instance. In this particular case, the employees didn't fall for it. They verified the legitimacy of the emails and found out that these emails were a targeted attack. In most cases, when we receive an email or a document or a website link that we are uncertain about, if we simply verify its legitimacy or have our security folks check it out first, we will be much, much safer. Remember to trust but verify. Don't be afraid to check out a request that doesn't seem right. You'll be glad you did. It's tough these days with the craftiness of attackers to know for sure what's real and what is not. One of the things I've enjoyed doing lately is encouraging people to think about how they could fool one of their friends with a phish, based upon the obvious and easy attainable information available online, on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. When they think about that, they realize that it really wouldn't be that hard to do. What's interesting is that when learning how easy it is to do, I've had several people tell me it's made them much more suspicious and that it's easier for them to spot the fake stuff. So this year, we're doing a 2017 phishing contest. In this particular phishing contest, participation for employees is optional, but it is encouraged. Users are encouraged to do as much reconnaissance about me on the internet as they can and craft the best phish they can, using, of course, their work email address so we can know who they are and we can find them if they win. The deadline is the end of the year, and the security team will judge the entries. The top 5 submissions will win $50 Amazon gift cards. It should be really interesting to see what hidden secrets I have out there. I'll let you know how it goes.